your outfit. You don't want to mess up your face, if you know what I'm saying.
We love him.
But he's a monster.
Bro, we don't care what he looks like.
This is The Woody Show.
We finally find out, what is it that, well, I know what it is now, because Ravey did run it by me. How she'd be able to say this on the radio.
Because I get dumped out quite a bit.
Yeah, she does. Yeah. I do think after doing this for as long as she's been doing this.
I know.
Yeah, she would have a better idea.
Dirty.
Yeah. So Ravey's questions for the fellas, we're going to try to collectively give her, the best answer that we can. Now, if you have a question, ladies, we got the phones open for you. 877-44-WOODY. Something you've always wondered. Why do guys do this? Or why is it when guys blankety blank 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 this happens?
Why?
Yeah. Or you can also text over, as people have been doing, over to 22987. We're going to get right to Ravey's question, and I also want to know, how did this come up? This particular question
is the result of a very high thought.
Okay.
Blaze it. Now, high thought. I want you guys to think about right now, like what you've done with your weens over the course of your lifetime.
Oh, so much.
All the sex,
Yikes.
all the masturbation, all the manipulation. Over the course of your lifetimes.
Yeah. To this point.
Would everything you've produced, do you think it would fill a bathtub?
You were high.
That's really high.
A bathtub.
So, like
over a lifetime,
standard bathtub.
Like so, in a man's lifetime, from till death, or like to the
I'm
point
saying
we're at
where
right
you
now.
are now.
Right now,
in your life.
No way.
All right, hold on.
I'm saying
I think it
way.
would. Yeah,
I think so.
No.
Oh,
for sure.
Yeah. Definitely.
A bathtub.
No.
Think about it.
That's
I'm
a lot of
saying yes.
production, Greg.
Yeah.
Thousands of times.
Yeah, I'm
It
saying
has
yes.
to fill it up.
Well, how many gallons is the average tub? Do we know that?
Okay, hold on. I got it.
Are you looking it up?
Yeah. So wait, I'm on the first question first.
Well, let's answer
So first.
Oh, so you know the answer.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Don't tell us yet. I want to find out. Like,
Right. Like I say yes.
let's see.
80 gallons.
80 gallons for the average tub?
No.
No way.
That's 42.
I was going to say 80 gallons?
Not
That is
80.
a hell of a tub.
It's 42 gallons.
Maybe in your rich neighborhoods.
Yeah.
42. I didn't look it up.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
but
a standard bathtub.
I'm on standard bathtub right here.
I'm at
42
standardbathtub.com.
Yeah.
42 sounds more reasonable.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So 40. Still no.
Fake news.
Gallons.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Still no.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, maybe Wilt Chamberlain.
All right. So
Right,
42.
20,000. Chicks.
Okay. So then I have the answer to Ravey's question, and from melmagazine.com.
Okay, hold on. So I said no, Greg.
I say yes.
You say yes, Cameron?
Yes.
I'm speaking personally.
Yes, Seabass?
I will say no.
No.
All right. It does not. But what's the crazy part is exactly half the amount of a
Half
standard.
the
So
amount.
21 gallons
And that's for like
In a
a
lifetime.
typical.
for a
God.
lifetime of a male gentleman.
That's a lot.
And when you think about it, you don't fill your bathtub to the tippy tops. That's
No,
enough
because
to bathe.
it has the overflow
Yeah.
drain.
That is enough to bathe.
Right, it's enough to
Right.
bathe in.
And when
Not
you get
that
in
you
it,
would
the
wanna
water
bathe in
rises.
that.
Right.
Someone fat like me gets in there, it's like it's overflowing.
You just pour like an empty 12 ouncer in there.
Wow.
Wow, that's
Greg,
really...
why do you think yes?
Just because there's a lot. Like if you're saying over the course of a lifetime, let's say
That's
you
a lot. Yeah.
begin at 13
Okay.
and then fast forward 37 years. That's a lot of
Production.
production.
It's a big
that's
production.
Yeah. It's a lot of production.
All right. That was a really high question, Ravey.
Yeah.
Super high.
All right, well,
But
since
it's
we're talking
crazy
about,
where it's exactly half the amount.
since we're talking about wieners, here's a question
Yeah.
off the text. Can men really not feel past the tip?
Ooh.
Who said that?
What? You can't feel?
I've never heard that.
Okay, well,
you put a cigarette out on it?
no. It's not like that. It's not that you can't feel. I think I understand what they're saying.
Sensation,
so
yeah.
Let's assume that, fellas, your tip was gone. All right?
Right.
Okay.
And all you had was the rest of it.
Yeah.
Like, would you...
There'd be
you would
no
never,
pleasure.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's what they're going for.
Yeah.
So
There'd be none.
Well, then
like,
that's
you don't,
true.
You don't necessarily, you don't get any pleasure from anything that's going on with
Right.
the trunk of the tree.
Right.
That's,
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you
That's-
do.
yeah.
What are you
Not-
talking about?
Not
Are you
nearly
incorrect?
like you do with the other part.
What?
Because like all the nerve endings and stuff.
Not
are like,
all.
Well, I mean the
Yeah.
ones that will get you there.
Not
No.
Please. Menace, thank
Oh,
you.
wow.
Please school these fools.
What?
This is
Do you even
disagreement.
use it?
Yeah. just because you're. I mean, Greg.
What?
Well, this is the whole point of like bringing this up. So maybe it's different for a different guy. I don't know. Like I can't see
Somebody
where.
needs to teach your
Where
wife
do
a
you
lesson.
think the kung fu grip comes from?
Yeah. Why do they even touch
Yeah.
that part? Then?
No,
Yeah.
because it's hard to talk about.
It
this.
is hard to talk about.
Are you guys high?
Yeah, seriously.
But that's not from that. You're not getting that
Right.
sensation from that part of it
Then why do you even touch the lower part?
because
Yeah.
it's connected to that.
Right, I mean,
Yeah,
how
why
can
not
you
just sit
not?
there?
Yeah, then why don't you just
The
like?
plane doesn't fly
Right.
without the cockpit.
no,
You
you
see what I'm saying?
Then why don't you just go straight to the top and fiddle then?
Yeah, why don't you
Like,
like,
You
like a,
basically
And
do.
fiddle.
Essentially.
why don't you just
I
use
mean-
it like a stick shift on a car then?
I think
Yeah.
here's the thing. Let's just say that's all you had. I think you could get to where you need to
Of
go.
course you could.
Right?
Yeah.
But if you didn't have that, if you didn't have the tip,
Easy.
I don't think you'd ever get to where you're going.
Yeah, you
Agreed.
could.
It would be boring.
You guys
Try it tonight.
Or if you
can't.
let's say trunk of the tree, like you mentioned, if you only climbed the trunk of the tree and didn't reach the top of the tree,
Yeah.
you're going to be climbing all day.
Right.
Nothing's going to happen.
Yeah, it's like permanent whiskey
Yeah.
wiener.
Right.
No,
No, you guys.
it might
are
take a
broken or
little
something.
longer,
Wow.
but
There is
Really?
no consensus in here.
these guys are just doing it wrong.
Cameron, we
Right.
haven't heard
Right.
from you.
I
Well,
agree with
he doesn't
with-
use his, but I'm saying like
You're
Whatever.
you're on team
I
Greg?
agree with Woody and Greg.
Okay.
Okay.
It's, you can still, yes, you can
Hold
still
on.
feel.
Hey, Bort and Soundwave, come on in here.
You can still feel that
Randy,
part.
come on in here.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Wow, we're
We
going
need
to
a-
check in with
We
everybody.
need a larger
Yeah.
sample for
we
this.
have, a, we have a split room.
To me, Randy feels
Bring in the
like
sales department.
No, I'm saying, okay, so like, so if you just had like let's say you removed your tip and you were just going
trunk.
at it. You were just going at it solo style with your trunk.
right
You think that you'd be able to?
easily.
Cross
Why
the
not?
finish line.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
Interesting.
Consider yourself lucky.
All
You
right,
can get there.
Bort, you walked in first, so you get to answer first. What do you think is the right answer? Well, what do you think?
What is it for you?
Repeat the question one more time.
All right, Randy.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah, I was on the phone with someone.
Hey guys, we're here to join in. What are you talking about?
Repeat one more
Okay.
time.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's take the break. We'll explain it to them.
Okay.
There we go.
'Cause we do have to take a break.
I like the 714. They have a good theory. It's because Woody has a fupa and he can't feel his bass.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Get it.
well,
Getting it.
okay. So controversial.
It
I thought
is.
this would be easy
Wow.
peasy.
I
it
know.
should be.
Well, we'll fill these guys in on
Okay.
the
Yeah.
question.
Hung jury, getting.
Yeah, and then we'll come back and we'll see what the rest of the guys have to say. And hey, tell us on the text over to 22987. Which side of this?
Have you guys even have had sex?
No,
Agreed.
never.
Diabetes, dear please. It's the Woody Show in your ear.
All right, welcome back to the Woody Show. Started with Ravey's questions for the fellas. Then we got a question off the text from one of the ladies listening to the Woody Show who wanted to know, can guys really not feel past the tip? And it's not that you can't feel.
It's not
like
not dead.
It's not dead arm. You
It's
know,
not like your
Right.
elbow.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's not like that. But I mean, it's not the same as
But it's still a very divided room.
very
It
divided
is.
room. Like, so Greg and I, we
Yeah.
are on team. Like, if you had, I brought up before the break. I said, if there was no cockpit, the plane doesn't fly. So
Right.
without the front of the plane,
Right.
you're really not going
Yeah.
anywhere.
I
Exactly.
feel like
Right.
you. So you say that you can't get there if you do not have the top.
Okay, so I've never had that experience.
Yeah.
I've been lucky enough to have a tip my whole life.
Yeah.
So I don't know for
Lucky.
sure, and neither do you guys really.
Yeah,
you know,
but-
none of us has ever been,
Right. And with my off-air, demonstrations of
Yes.
using.
Oh, Greg was
this-
using his mouth and his fingers
Yeah,
and everything else. to
doing
try
a
to show.
sideways thing, and if you're
Yeah.
doing the sideways thing, and you're only going, at the bottom here,
Yeah.
You're
What
not
Steve Ash
finishing.
and I say
Yeah. Like,
that
could
if
you
you
get
do,
there?
No.
if you do stimulate the lower area, you can get
By
there.
itself.
I've done it with that
Yeah.
area only. And I can tell you the situation was I didn't have any sort of assistance. I didn't have any lube at all. It was a total dry run. Mm-hmm. And you don't want to adjust your grip at all because you don't want the friction, right?
Yeah.
Because there's nothing to lube. So, and if you're just dry running it, that's all you can do.
Okay, but then
Yep.
Greg makes a point about that. Is like even doing that
Is-
you're moving the
you're
skin
moving
around up
right
there,
at the
which
top.
creates the stimulation.
That is a second. That brings me to my second point. I think the problem with Greg and Woody, where they don't realize how much the lower part plays a part of this, is they have such short wieners that there's just not a lot of space there. And so they don't really
deflection.
No, not deflection. A texter brought this up, and I agree with them. They small wieners. They complain about it a lot. So it's such a small portion of their piece they can't even get a hand on it.
Okay.
Oh, that's it.
Interesting.
Can't get a hand on it.
Yeah. That is a good observation.
Thank you.
My hand won't fit on it.
Yeah, it's like how
Like a couple
Seabass would
fingers,
understand
maybe.
how to use a brush.
But it's all
Kidding.
it's about the grip because
And why does
it
every
plays a big factor.
if you watch any professional porn, what does she do? She's going nuts with
That's
her
for
hands.
show.
visual.
That's for show.
There's a lot of stuff in porn that's completely
Right,
unnecessary.
exactly.
Yeah.
You guys
Not
let's turn
realistic.
to porn for how it
totally
works.
realistic and fact.
Yeah. All right. We've asked Bort and Randy, because it is a divided room, we're going with all the guys that work on the show. So which team are you on here, Bort, in the argument?
I am on team. Yes, you can get to the finish line.
Thank you.
Seabass and Menace.
It's even if if there's a plane that has no cockpit, the plane still has engines. You may not be able to steer the ship, but the ship is still gonna go. It's gonna get there somehow.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Interesting.
What about you, Randy?
I am team Seabass and Menace.
Randy, come on.
Well, I mean,
Well,
because
you're also like 12.
well,
Yeah.
okay. Well, the way you guys,
12.
you're not, dude.
You
You're
haven't
not.
hit puberty yet.
You're not chalking a pool cue. That's what. That's the whole thing that you guys are kind of
Yeah.
presenting as that. It's like, it's the base of it that's getting you there. You know. So.
That's a good one. That's a good visual. That's nicely
Okay.
done,
Good
Randy.
analogy.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Nick Soundwave.
Yeah, I'd be team no tip, or is that Menace and Seabass, right?
Yes, thank you.
man.
It might be a little harder to get there, but
Yeah.
a little
get
detour
there.
here. You're gonna
Doesn't
you
take
get to
that
the
much
finish
longer.
line.
Yep.
Okay.
A little more work, but whatever.
Interesting.
And
Push the argument. Hey, maybe we're wrong. I hope to never know for sure.
Yeah.
yeah.
And the
to never find
the text
out.
is almost universally with me and Menace as well.
I've seen zero, but okay.
Oh, here you're not reading.
I saw a couple. Team Woody, Team Greg, Team Greg.
I don't see any of
he's
that,
making up
actually.
zero. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
being
open
shy.
your eyes. You'll see it. And I don't even care.
eyes and
if-
imagine.
I don't
I can't
care if
open them
100% agree with you. I don't agree with it.
It's Greg.
Well, you're not
Doesn't
entitled to
matter.
your own opinion.
No.
we're
no,
not
no,
trying
no.
to wiener shame you, Greg.
I don't care if you
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
I
All right,
wiener shame myself.
I was gonna say,
Like, you
Greg
think I
refers
care.
to his
No
tiny
need to get
wiener a
upset
lot.
by it.
Right. You think I care.
Why are you so angry?
All right, guys, let's all try it. Let's duct tape the tip.
All right, here we go.
So we can't get to it, and then we'll try.
Yes,
Right.
let's do
Get
that.
some Orajel.
Yep.
Numb it up.
Wow,
Yeah, I tell you what, it really did blow up the text, though.
it's never been so controversial in here.
You know what? I know. It's crazy. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. All right, the bravest questions for the fellas. I think we all learned
Good
something
stuff
today.
Good morning. Good stuff.
Here's what I learned
At least
today.
gave you a thinker.
I learned that if you're fat or gay, your opinions don't matter because the 702 texts in, Greg is gay and Woody is a fat loser. Their opinions are pointless.
Oh,
Well, that's what I was.
Didn't know that. Opinions
Well, like
mean nothing. If you're
learn something
gay
every day.
or
Yeah.
fag.
The Woody Show.
look at the party.